Good news, everybody. Another product review. People are probably waiting, saying, James, when's the next product review? When's it coming? Well, it's now. It's here. It's now. I got it right in my hands. Powerbeats. Powerbeats Pro. Not just Powerbeats, but Powerbeats Pro. I think the Powerbeats actually have the wire, and the Pro has no wire. So, there you go. In a nutshell, I'm just going to say right away, so if you only want to watch 10 seconds, here you go. Yes, get it if you need something to work out with, like mainly running, or if you're doing more intense workouts. If you're just doing very light workouts, you probably don't need these. And if you're not working out at all, if it's just around the office, you don't have to worry about something like this, unless you want to. But I'd say mainly for like heavier workouts or running. That's what I got. It works great. So that's it. That's all you need to know. Stay tuned for just lots of blabbering. Okay, you stuck around. That's great. Okay, there's more. But wait, there's more. So it comes in this nice box, and it's kind of funny because the box opens, and there's another box, and the box opens this way, and then the thing comes out. It's just like, it's like those little Russian stacking dolls. I kept thinking another box inside another box, and like, that's kind of neat. But so the packaging is nice, but you know, what do you do with the box once you actually got the product out of it? I don't really do unboxing for this because, you know, you open the box, there it is. And then what you get is this nice little case, very sturdy case. I gotta say this thing could probably stand a sledgehammer. Let's get a light on. Alright, so you got a nice sturdy case, and inside little earbuds. Alright, little fella. Okay, so one on each ear. And you notice it's got the hook. Again, these are for active people, mainly I think when you're running. You just need the hook. I've tried stuff without the hook, and I know they say, oh no, they stay in. People say, no, that has no problem. Yeah, you know what, I guess it depends on how you run, but if you go off trail at all, or you're just a bumpy runner, those things start to fall out, or you feel like they're gonna fall out, it just ruins your run. So having the ear thing, nice, that's why I really like something like this. Otherwise, what makes this thing cool is a very good synchronicity, syncing with your iPhone, mainly. I mean, that's what I use it for, but I imagine you could use it for other ones. But the iPhone, great syncing, and it kind of shows you on your iPhone, shows you your levels. Also, it will record your decibel levels and kind of warns you if you're damaging your ears, if you go to Apple Health and all that. So that's kind of a cool thing too. It's trying to protect you from going too high. That's a nice feature. Another thing I really like is just being able to talk to Siri when I'm jogging. I can just say, hey Siri, and I can ask for the time or the weather or anything like that. So it's always listening for that, and it just works really well. So I didn't expect that. But yeah, the microphone, I guess, is on here somewhere. So it does a good job, so you can keep your phone in the pocket or whatever and have phone calls. I don't really use it for all that kind of stuff. I mainly use it to play music. And in terms of playing music, yeah, it does a great job. I mean, something like this Powerbeats Pro, it has great bass and it's booming. And again, I don't keep it very loud. I like to protect my eardrums. I don't want to damage them because you can't buy a new pair of that. Can't get new eardrums. So I don't really use it to probably its advantages of what it can do, but I would say it could probably do some really loud bass. And, yeah, they sound great. I mean, I'm not an audiophile. That's not the biggest thing in the world to me, but it is nice that it sounds good. They have a pretty good fit in the ears, so they can isolate. Now, it's not noise canceling by any means, but they fit pretty well in the ear, so you can kind of block out other sounds. As I said, I use them for running, so you don't really want to block out all other sounds when you are running. Bikes come up behind you, cars, there's a lot of reasons why it's dangerous to run when you're trying to block out all sound. If you're in the garage and doing your workout in there, fine, or at the gym, fine, but blocking out all sounds when you are on the open road and not on a treadmill is not a good idea. On a treadmill, it's probably fine. You can't hear the phone ring, but you're working out. Battery life is really good. I've not even tried them to get the battery down, but seems to last a long time. Both the case and the earbuds just definitely have good battery life, so I'd say that's another good reason to get the Powerbeats Pro. Now, is it all love? It's mostly love, but if there's some not love, I would have to say, first and foremost, it's a heavy case. Again, it's sturdy, but it's like, this thing weighs a lot, and you just wonder, why does it need to weigh so much? It just, to me, that was kind of baffling. Maybe it's the battery inside. Actually, it could be the lithium-ion battery inside. So, okay, but and it doesn't really matter unless you're traveling with this, and then, it just weighs down your suitcase a little bit more, or your backpack. But also, even these guys are not the lightest things in the world. So, you can get lighter pairs, which you might want to consider for other things. But if you are doing active jogging or running, then they're not that bad. They actually are pretty comfortable. I've had them in for a couple hours, and I was just fine. I've had an hour-long, or maybe maybe over an hour-long phone call with them, they're just fine. So slightly uncomfortable, but you kind of get used to that. They're just fine. They're fine. Could be lighter, but fine. Also, I'm not sure how I feel. It's a lightning connector. It's like, especially if you're not using it with an iPhone or you don't have all Apple set up. It's like, lightning? Really? Okay. Should have been USB-C, but okay. I am kind of glad I waited a little while before reviewing it because at first, man, these were tough to get in the ears. In fact, it's just... I'm going to try with one hand. Yeah, you can, but it's a bit of work to get them in the ears, and that's just because of the I don't know if there's a way around that. Just note that they don't just slide on like something else. So if that was your deciding factor, like how fast you can get these things in and out, then you might not want these because they take some, and especially if you have glasses on or a mask on, yeah, it's going to slow you down. It's again, a tiny little thing, but something I noticed. And sometimes it can be hard, especially after a long run and you're like exhausted, to get them in the case. I mean, you get better at it after a while when you know exactly how they kind of goes. But for me, for like the first week, I was like, I can't get it in the case. So it takes a little bit of effort. Oh, and finally, I don't know if I covered it before, the controls are really nice. A couple extra buttons on there, so you can fast forward, you can rewind, you can pause, you can play, probably answer phone calls. I haven't tried that. I don't get many phone calls when I run. Volume up and down rocker. So yeah, the controls are awesome. And again, you can just say, hey Siri, and start talking to Siri. So, and probably make phone calls that way. So really nice controls. I think they work. Oh yeah, 3 times to go backwards, twice to fast forward, once to pause and play. So yeah, it works really well. I guess they all have those kind of controls now, but okay. Okay, I think I've said everything I have to say about these little guys. I'm so glad because I'm replacing my old crappy pair of just $20 that came from China, and they just, now when I see them both together, it's like, wow, night and day. These worked. I mean, they got sound in my ears. They just didn't work very well, and they were uncomfortable, and there's, I won't get into that. But these, again, they're slightly uncomfortable, just slightly, but you get used to them, and again, they're heavy, so I've covered everything. I would say, yeah, if you're running, definitely you'll want these. I know it's a little pricey. I think I paid maybe $150. I don't know if they refurbs or what they were. Everything's perfect so far, but I know new they can be a lot higher. So kind of look for the discounts on them, I would say. So enjoy. Powerbeats. Probably should feel like I should be playing in the club or some song like that, right? But I don't want to get copyright dinged or anything like that. So yeah.